Greetings. Um, I am doing this picture for you guys. Um, it's a little break I'm taking from the Basquiat pictures because the Basquiat pictures are pretty dark, and I actually prefer doing the Renaissance pictures over the Basquiat pictures because the Renaissance pictures, aesthetically, to me, are more beautiful. And the Renaissance pictures are older, so these mysteries have been they've been mysteries for a much longer time. And here's a particular picture that I'm going over called "The Birth of Venus." This was painted by a gentleman by the name of Botticelli, and it's a beautiful picture. Has all the elements, beautiful colors, beautiful imagery, and it tells a very beautiful and honest story. The thing I like about this picture the most is the picture is very honest, and if you look at the picture properly and with honest eyes, you will know exactly what the message that Botticelli is trying to convey in this picture. It's called "The Birth of Venus." So, when you look at most artwork and you see the birth of something, it typically involves a baby. You'll see like the birth of Christ, or the birth of Zeus, and these characters. You'll see that there are pictures of them as newborn babies. But in this picture, you'll notice that you do not see a baby. You see a woman, because this is the birth of Venus. So the birth of Venus. Let me just jump right into it and let you know what it's telling you and what this story is telling you. First, I'd like to direct your attention to these two characters over here. This female character right here, and this male character right here. And clearly, this character in the middle is Venus. I want you to understand that Venus is unclothed, and she is naked. And they call it the birth of Venus because it's something that is kind of taboo, and historians don't speak about it much, but it's a very, very honest thing that you don't hear artists talking about. And this birth of Venus is about a woman, in particular Venus. So you see you have the woman over here, and you see you have Venus here, and you have these two characters here. I apologize. I am not an art student or anywhere affiliated with art. I just have an honest eye where I'm able to see what these pictures are trying to convey. And what isn't really shown a lot in pictures, especially most of your greats that you hear about. You hear about Botticelli, Michelangelo, Da Vinci, Picasso, Basquiat. But you're not really getting a female's perspective on things. So when you see images of women, they're typically depicted in a peculiar way. In a lot of cases, you're going to see a whole bunch of nakedness, but you're also going to see women portrayed as whores. So this picture here is a little different. This picture here is talking about sexuality. So let me go ahead and show you what you're looking at. You see these two folks right here, and you see them blowing in the air, the breath is coming out of their mouths. Take a close look at the picture. You're going to see that he's blowing and there's wind coming out of his mouth, but you're also going to see that she is also blowing as well. And the reason why Venus is unclothed is because you look very carefully, she is naked because of their breath blew off of her garments. So what you're looking at is an expression of sexuality, and in particular, this picture is important, and women should take heed to what this picture is saying. There is always a stigma attached to women who enjoy sex. So, because men draw the picture, they portray women in sexual positions and ideologies as a male, since it's always coming from a male perspective. But they don't tell you and they don't portray that a woman is a sexual being and she herself also enjoys sex. So what you're looking at is Venus, the birth of Venus, and the actualization of a woman. And what it's telling you is this woman, this girl, didn't feel like a woman until she was made to feel like a woman through her first sexual experience. And what you're looking at is Venus having her first sexual experience. Understand that this was a consensual sexual experience that she enjoyed. You know, it would be viewed as a terrible thing in our past, and even up to this date, for a woman to acknowledge how much she enjoys sex. I don't want to sound too vulgar, but she's standing on a clam. And for those out there who know what the clam means, we know the clam is reference to a particular sexual organ of the female, that clam. So you're also noticing that she is very satisfied and she's in a blissful state because she's enjoyed her sexual experience. And this was her first experience. The picture is very, very, very clear and very obvious when you look at it. But take a look. You see what these are? These are flowers. They're explaining that she is being deflowered. You understand? The making of Venus is the self-actualization of a woman who was made to feel like a woman through her deflowering in her first sexual experience. It's not an accident that you take a look at these plants right here. Take a look. What do they look like to you? Do they look like oh man. All right, I messed up. Give me a second. Let's hope I can get back to this. Man, I am the worst. Okay, back up. Let me see. I apologize. Take a look. What do these right here look like to you? Look like a male organ to you? Look like a phallus? Because it is. It's showing you a consensual relationship that took place between a man and a woman. And her deflowering. Look at these flowers, you dig? Like, it's very, very obvious. And she truly enjoyed her first sexual experience. And this is the reason why when they say the birth of Venus, you notice it's not a baby being born. It's the actualization of a woman who truly enjoyed her sexual experience. Something that women were not free, and still up to this day are not really free to express how much they enjoyed a sexual experience without them being made out to be some type of harlot or some type of whore. So I think it's a very beautiful picture. Very beautiful picture. I think that the representation of the woman is beautiful. You notice that even in this picture, which is very, very sensual and sexual, you still don't get to see all of her. She covers up her major parts, and she even shows a little of the breast, you know, because she wants to be seen, but she does not want to be seen as a whore. So that's why they showed you a little bit of the breast, and they covered up her nether regions. Her nether regions. I apologize. But what you're looking at, again, is the birth of Venus. This made a woman. This experience made a woman. This experience made a girl feel like a woman, and she enjoyed it. And unfortunately, she can't go and tell people about, hey, I just connected with a beautiful man and he took his time and we had a beautiful experience and I loved it. So that's the mystified look that you have in her face, because she truly enjoyed her experience, and the man who deflowered her took his time with her and really truly saw her. So, when you're looking at the birth of Venus, it's not about an actual birth of a child. It's the birth of womanhood. Can you dig it?